Hey everyone, how we doing? My name is Tim Pongeraz and this is Focus on Detailing. This is the third and final video dedicated to the Lotus Esprit detail, an upload that will be focusing in on the interior. Much like the exterior, plenty of TLC is needed to bring it back to a respectable level. The most important thing to note here is that it's obviously quite dirty, but many surfaces are quite worn. These surfaces, such as the leather, will need a more delicate approach to prevent further damage. There's techniques to clean it all, but will they be causing more harm than good? This is why we need to test and assess. First of all, there's no harm in giving it a good vacuum, taking out the mats and giving every area a good going over. I used my George wet dry vac to suck up the initial mess, making sure to focus in on the cracks and crevices of the leather seats to avoid damaging the stitching later on during the heavier cleaning stages. A soft bristle brush attachment was used to tease out the mess from the tighter spots. This process, quite simple but definitely necessary, will likely only remove top level mess. There will commonly be dirt and dust left behind in the carpet vents and tighter spots. It's gonna happen. It's one thing to use suction to clean, but what makes life so much easier with interior cleaning is compressed air at the same time. Using both a long nozzle attachment and the mighty tornado gun will work wonders on the dirtiest of interiors. It may seem strange to make more mess by blowing it around, but what we'll be doing is helping to draw out dust from those nightmarishly hard to reach spots to then be removed properly. Think of it as one step backwards but two steps forward. The tornado has the ability to be used with water and or chemical mixed in with the air, or simply compressed air on its own with a simple twist of the lever on the side. It got its name from its vortex-like air motion created within the nozzle, drawing up and further blowing out mess with impressive force. The mats specifically weren't in the best condition, and the usual technique of pressure washing and shampooing may have caused more damage, but that actually wasn't needed as the compressed air and the tornado was still a perfect fit. It's an amazing match for the carpets to remove ingrained dust, dirt, sand, fur and some light stains, to even hard surfaces with all their tight edges and pockets. Dabbing or wiping dry will leave a clean surface, but obviously I wasn't stopping there. Once everything was then vacuumed again, I turned my attention to the leather. I opted for CarPro's inside cleaner, but diluted down to a less aggressive concoction, half water, half cleaner. And with a soft brush, I agitated the solution in a test spot to see how it performed. Not a highly worn area, so it was a safer option to start and gauge if it would suit the job. We wanted to remove the grime, but obviously not so aggressive that we'd be washing out the dye from the leather. Now it turned out not too bad as a quick test, but it can be better, and I had the perfect addition to aid in a more thorough clean. Bringing out the trusty SC2 steam cleaner from Karcher. The compressed boiling air opened up the pores of the leather, enabling deeper cleaning by itself, but even better when used in conjunction with a dedicated cleaner. To get an idea as to how well it's working, I performed a side-by-side test on the seat. I first gave it the steam cleaning treatment before scrubbing away gently and thoroughly, making sure to work from all angles to get those bristles really getting a good workout in every crack and crevice. This brush was just a cheapie from the local hardware store, but was still a great fit for the job. The cleaner itself worked well as a simple wipe too, but for the dirtier areas, scrubbing was needed. Now to finish, I gave it one more going over with the cleaner in the same fashion as before to get the most out of this scrubbing method. This process can be pretty surprising as to what your leather could be hiding within it. Once you see it alongside a thoroughly clean spot, I think it's going to be a great example of that here. Many years of wear and use. I couldn't tell the last time when it was actually deep cleaned, so this seemed well overdue. With that in mind, I was keen to see the results. It brought it back to a far superior standard, now more of a cream than a gross brown, and you'd only really be able to see that properly with a 50-50 shot. Looking worlds apart now, I was happy to continue with the rest. Same process as before, but now the rest of this seat and other leather surfaces got the same treatment. The last cleaning step was more of a sanitizing process, using Bowden's own Far Cough enabled me to clean on a more bacterial level. Also cleaning up any residual film from the previous spray, leaving behind a nice matte, clean smelling finish. The entire interior had been deep cleaned and was looking so much better. What had to happen now was treating it with a conditioning product to bring back that supple feel, rejuvenating it the best we can to help prolong the longevity of those clean surfaces. I decided to go with Jay Leno's Garage Leather Conditioner for its ability to create a fantastic finish and feel, free of that slick look, and to top it off, it smells amazing, as this leather should. Massaging it in with an applicator pad gave it the best possible chance to enrich those old seats and aid in much needed protection. Though it did do a fantastic job of penetrating in and soaking it all up, I came behind with a microfiber towel after 5 minutes or so to buff off the excess. Although it wasn't too bad, as I dare say it was overdue for some nourishment. The vinyl and plastics were also given some love too, in the way of a good going over with 303 Aerospace. The final step was to clean the glass. Now, rather than spraying directly onto the surface, potentially getting overspray on our recently protected vinyl and leather, I sprayed into a dedicated glass towel and thoroughly wiped clean. The key to good glass cleaning is number 1, a very clean low pile towel. 2, a great cleaning product like this one from autoraz. And 3, constantly checking from multiple angles to make sure every bit was cleaned up. Now the interior was finally completed, looking so much better, smelling fresh rather than stale, and we had the confidence knowing that the older surfaces were now thoroughly cleaned and protected. I could now happily say that the entire car was finished. I hope this 3-video installment outlining specific detailing processes was worthwhile for you, as I sure had fun working on every bit of the car and making these videos. Challenging, educational and satisfying. Plenty of work was involved both inside and out to bring it back to life, as you saw from start to finish. Now it was happily back at the customer's shed for him to enjoy. If you liked this upload style, make sure to let me know in the comments section. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe, as it helps me out immensely. Take care, and I'll catch you all later.